Mysteries surrounding the Roman-Germanic Wars. The Roman-Germanic Wars, spanning centuries, remain a fascinating chapter of history filled with unanswered questions, enigmatic figures, and events shrouded in myth and speculation. From lost artifacts to untold stories of betrayal and strategy, these mysteries continue to intrigue historians and archaeologists alike. 1. The missing eagle standards of Teutoburg Forest. The ambush at Teutoburg Forest in 9 CE saw the annihilation of 3 Roman legions and the loss of their eagle standards, aquili, symbols of Roman military pride and authority. The mystery. While Germanicus recovered 2 of the lost standards during his campaigns, 14 to 16 CE, the fate of the third remains unknown. Was it destroyed, hidden by the tribes, or lost in the dense forests of Germania? Speculation. Some believe the third eagle was buried as a sacred relic by the tribes, symbolizing their victory over Rome. Others suggest it was taken as a trophy and passed down among Germanic leaders, eventually lost to history. 2. Arminius, the man behind the legend. Arminius, the Cherusei leader who orchestrated Rome's defeat at Teutoburg, is both a celebrated hero and an enigmatic figure. The mystery. While Roman sources document his betrayal and victory, little is known about his early life or the full extent of his motivations. Why did a Roman-trained officer turn against the empire, and how did he convince rival tribes to unite under his leadership? Speculation. Some suggest Arminius' actions were driven by personal grievances against Rome, possibly due to mistreatment of his family or tribe. Others argue that his training in Roman military tactics gave him unique insight into their vulnerabilities, enabling his success. 3. The true scale of the Battle of Teutoburg Forest. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest is remembered as one of Rome's greatest defeats, but its precise scale and location remain debated. The mystery. The exact battlefield has only recently been identified near Cochrys, but questions linger about the number of troops involved and the sequence of events. How did the Germanic tribes manage to annihilate 3 entire legions in a single ambush, given their technological disadvantages? Speculation. Modern analyses suggest Arminius exploited dense forest terrain and inclement weather to neutralize Rome's tactical advantages. Some theorize that Roman deserters or informants provided critical intelligence to the tribes, ensuring their success. 4. The vanished Roman settlements in Germania. Before the Teutoburg defeat, Rome attempted to establish settlements east of the Rhine, but these efforts were abandoned after the battle. The mystery. What became of these settlements, their inhabitants, and the infrastructure Rome had begun to build? Did any survive under Germanic control? Speculation. Some settlements may have been assimilated into Germanic society, their Romanized inhabitants adopting local customs. Archaeological evidence of Roman villas and trade goods in Germania suggests a continued, albeit limited, Roman presence even after the formal withdrawal. 5. The role of women in the wars. Roman sources often overlook the role of women in the Roman-Germanic Wars, yet hints of their influence appear in both Roman and Germanic traditions. The mystery. Germanic women, such as priestesses and seers, were known to play significant roles in tribal society. Did they influence key decisions or inspire warriors during pivotal battles? Speculation. Legends speak of women like Edda, a supposed Cherusei seer who is said to have prophesied the Germanic victory at Teutoburg. While her existence remains unconfirmed, similar figures likely existed. Roman accounts of female captives taken by Germanic tribes suggest that women were also key in maintaining cultural continuity during the migrations. 6. The desertion dilemma. Throughout the Roman-Germanic Wars, Rome faced significant problems with desertion, particularly along the volatile frontier regions. The mystery. How many Roman soldiers defected to the Germanic tribes, and what impact did they have on the conflict? Were deserters a source of critical intelligence for the tribes, tipping the balance in key battles? Speculation. Some scholars believe deserters provided Germanic leaders with insights into Roman tactics, fortifications, and weaknesses. Stories of Roman soldiers assimilating into Germanic tribes suggest that desertion may have been more common than Roman historians admitted. 7. The migration period. What triggered the movement of tribes? The migration period, 4th to 5th century CE, saw large-scale movements of Germanic tribes, culminating in the fall of the Western Roman Empire. However, the precise causes of this mass migration remain unclear. The mystery: was the migration driven solely by the arrival of the Huns, or were there deeper environmental and social factors at play? Speculation: climate changes such as the cooling period known as the Late Antique Little Ice Age may have forced tribes to seek new resources. Internal conflicts and population pressures within Germania could have exacerbated the migrations. 8. The Germanic approach to warfare. The Germanic tribes were initially seen as less advanced than Rome, yet their tactics often proved superior in forested and frontier regions. The mystery: how did the tribes develop their unique approach to warfare, and what role did their knowledge of the land play in their success? Speculation: tribal alliances allowed for greater flexibility and the sharing of strategies, enabling leaders like Arminius to mount large-scale operations. Their mastery of the environment, coupled with guerrilla tactics, rendered Roman formations and heavy equipment less effective. 9. The role of religion and rituals. Religion played an integral role in both Roman and Germanic societies, influencing their motivations and morale during the wars. The mystery: how significant were religious rituals and omens in shaping the decisions of leaders on both sides? Speculation: Arminius may have used religious symbolism to rally the tribes, framing the conflict as a divine struggle against foreign domination. Roman commanders often consulted augurs before battles, raising questions about how defeats like Teutoburg impacted Roman religious confidence. 10. The fate of the last Roman soldiers. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE, the fate of remaining Roman soldiers and officials in the former territories is uncertain. The mystery: did Roman soldiers integrate into the Germanic kingdoms, or did they resist the transition? Speculation: some federate units, composed of Germanic tribes loyal to Rome, likely continued to serve under new Germanic rulers. Roman military traditions may have been preserved and adapted by the emerging kingdoms, influencing the development of medieval European armies. Epilogue: the allure of mystery. The Roman-Germanic wars were not just battles of conquest and resistance. They were moments of transformation that shaped the future of Europe. The enduring mysteries surrounding these wars reflect the complexities of this pivotal period, where myth and history intertwine. 11. The disappearance of the Cherusei tribe. The Cherusei, the tribe led by Arminius during the Teutoburg forest ambush, played a pivotal role in the early Roman-Germanic wars. However, their fate after Arminius' death is unclear. The mystery: what happened to the Cherusei after their moment of glory? Why did they fade into obscurity while other tribes like the Franks and Saxons rose to prominence? Speculation: the Cherusei may have been absorbed into larger tribal coalitions, losing their distinct identity. Internal conflicts, including Arminius' assassination by rival tribal leaders, likely weakened the Cherusei, leading to their decline. 12. The lost Roman settlements east of the Rhine. Rome's campaigns into Germania under Drusus and Tiberius involved establishing settlements and fortifications east of the Rhine. After the disaster at Teutoburg Forest, these efforts were abandoned. The mystery: what became of the settlements and their inhabitants? Did any survive under Germanic control, or were they destroyed? Speculation: archaeological evidence suggests that some Roman outposts, like those along the Lippe River, may have been briefly maintained or repurposed by Germanic tribes. Artifacts such as Roman pottery and coins found in Germanic territories hint at continued trade and interaction, suggesting that some Romanized communities persisted. 13. The role of Germanic confederations. Throughout the Roman-Germanic wars, tribes often formed confederations to resist Roman expansion, yet the nature and stability of these alliances remain unclear. The mystery: how did leaders like Arminius and Maroboduus manage to unite rival tribes, and why did these alliances frequently disintegrate? Speculation: tribal unity was likely driven by immediate threats rather than shared long-term goals. Once Rome was defeated or retreated, internal rivalries resurfaced. Charismatic leaders such as Arminius played a crucial role in maintaining alliances, but their deaths often led to fragmentation. 14. The enigma of the Alemanni. The Alemanni were a prominent Germanic confederation that frequently clashed with Rome, yet their origins and early history remain murky. The mystery: where did the Alemanni originate, and how did they rise to become a significant power along the Rhine frontier? Speculation: the Alemanni may have formed as a coalition of smaller tribes displaced by Roman expansion or the migrations of other Germanic groups. Their ability to unite and adapt to Roman military tactics likely contributed to their prominence, but the lack of written records from their early period leaves much unknown. 15. The symbolism of the Rhine and Danube rivers. The Rhine and Danube served as natural boundaries between Rome and Germania, but their role extended beyond geography into the realms of culture and identity. The mystery: how did these rivers shape the Roman-Germanic wars, both as physical barriers and as symbols of division and connection? Speculation: the rivers were not just barriers but zones of interaction where trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchange flourished alongside military conflict. Roman and Germanic perceptions of the rivers differed. For Rome, they were borders to be defended. For the tribes, they were conduits for movement and opportunity. 16. The sacred groves of Germania. Germanic tribes held sacred groves and natural sites in high regard, using them for religious rituals and as gathering places for tribal councils. The mystery: what role did these sacred sites play in the Roman-Germanic wars? Were they used to rally warriors, conduct negotiations, or intimidate Roman invaders? Speculation: Roman accounts, such as Tacitus' Germania, describe sacred groves as places of immense cultural importance, possibly serving as neutral ground for tribal diplomacy. These sites may have inspired warriors by connecting their struggle to divine will, reinforcing the tribe's resistance against Rome. 17. The sudden rise of the Franks. The Franks emerged as a dominant power in the late Roman period, eventually founding a kingdom that became the precursor to modern France and Germany. The mystery: how did the Franks, a relatively obscure group during earlier phases of the Roman-Germanic wars, rise to prominence so quickly? Speculation: the Franks may have capitalized on the decline of other tribes and the collapse of Roman authority, filling the power vacuum with their adaptable and decentralized governance. Their strategic alliances with the Roman Church, particularly after Clovis I's conversion to Christianity, gave them a distinct advantage over rival tribes. 18. The Vandal mystery: from tribe to maritime power.